Good afternoon. My name is Sir William Henry Bragg. I teach neurobiology on University of Boston. Recently I have found out a shocking discovery that put two of my colleagues into mental institution already. It is about the percentage usage of brain. Human Homo sapiens uses only 10% of its brain capacity. But the question why hasn't been yet answered by scientists. Solution is obvious, clear, easy, and therefore right. Unlike in human world, in the world of nature, no too complicated principle or procedure exists because otherwise it would have failed in history. In other words, we are surrounded by complex and really not simple universe, but basics, on which it is running a simple sets of simple rules. This complex organ of brain was built for simple reasons. To manage harmonization of internal organs and to behave in real world. That means to get some food, shelter, not be eaten, and try to reproduce. This basic purpose and common implementation on blueprints of nature is similar in any higher kind of animal that uses eyes. It is organ with maximal energy costs. To feed it is not an easy task. So logically there exists invisible nature force that prefers individuals with brain functions complex enough yet with the smallest brain capacity. Ironically, the more bigger brain you have, the higher rung in food chain. So from not needed or in some view useless component, stems evolutions of intelligence. In ancient and forgotten human history, Neanderthal must have bigger brain usage percentage, because every individual had to encompass all human knowledge, and his neural nets were not so developed. By the time humans invented sophisticated language. Language does not describe real world in better terms, on contrary, but it enabled the information to be passed into future, and to divide knowledge into several individuals. Written text prolong spoken words information for even more longer period. Now humans operate with automatically printed text to computers that allow even more information to be passed out of the brain. Every organ or organism in nature is in the state of permanent change to fit actual nature settings better than others. So the brain networks are reducing its size in space without losing any necessary information. Information is divided between individuals or saved in some external form. Our heads are doing the same thing. They are getting smaller, but the rate is disproportionate. It takes much longer time to change skeleton head than to reorganize few networks. Humans also are not so hunted with food costs, so push on diminution of head is not so immediate. In other words, through social differentiation, through spoken language, books and computers, allowed us not to know everything. The core of what we must know personally is very much reduced set of original brain programs. Our heads are doing the same thing, but we are not seeing it because it is very much slower process. With enough food supplies it is even slower than in pure animal world. We can fill in the rest 90% with other programs, not seen before on our world at least. We were given this potential by evolution, accident and ourselves. It is not something divine. It is just free space after nature had refined one of its greatest machines.